Innovations, and we are live at 2 and 6 Creator Studios. A very blessed and happy 1212 portal to you today. We're going to get started talking a little bit about portal energy, but before we begin, I want to get to know you and I want to get to connect with you. Some of you may be coming over here from our TikTok community. Some of you may be new to me, but I want to explain what I do, why I do it, and how it works. Okay. To kind of begin with, I am an alchemist. Alchemy is about energy. Now, previously, old time alchemists were about transmuting gold or transmuting a metal to a gold. My role is about transmuting energies. What is the energy you need to be aligned with to move your energy from something maybe that's sticky, that isn't transiting? Maybe you're in problems in love, career. Maybe your marriage is having some issues. Maybe you just don't like the version of the self you become as a result of dramas or traumas. So an alchemist comes in, works with your energies. Do I heal you? No. Do you heal you? Yes. And you finally take some responsibility for the stuff that you need to heal that either happened to you or that maybe you just were involved with. So we're going to start today talking a little bit about that energy of what it means to be an alchemist. Let's talk about today. Today is the 1212 portal. 12 is the completion. We're looking at the energies of what it means to complete this year. Today is the 12th of December. Folks, like it or not, time waits for no one. We are completing a 9-year. 2025 in numerology is a 9-year. What does that mean? It means you have to let this shit go. It means you have to heal it. It means you have to look at everything you've been dragging year over year and drop it. 9 is about completion. We're in the year of the snake in Chinese astrology. We are shedding the old versions of ourselves so we can move into 2026, which is a 1-year, a new cycle's beginning. When we look at the 1212 portal, we're looking at the energy of 1 and 2. In numerology, 1 is about self. It's the sun. It's identity. How do you see yourself? 2 is about how you feel. It's not just about who you think you are. It's how you project yourself, how you carry yourself. A lot of people know about the law of attraction, but you don't know about the law of concordance. You behave the way you want to become. It's not imposter syndrome. It's aligning to who you're supposed to be. In alchemy, alignment is everything. Who do you want to become? Who are your friends? How do you move? What are you reading? What are you enjoying? So let's look at this with a call to action. The one thing you can do today is called a release ritual. And a release ritual, write down one habit, maybe one addiction, maybe one thing you do on the daily that doesn't align with the person you want to be. And what you're going to do is write it down. And you're going to acknowledge, yes, I own my shit. This is something I'm doing. It is not for my betterment. And now you're going to write it down. Number 2, I advocate in a safe space outside of your home, somewhere where you can burn something successfully without starting a raging fire, even though I do enjoy seeing firemen on Fireman Fridays. Be careful. You're either going to burn it or you're going to rip it up. I suggest if you are not good as a pyrotech, please rip it up. But the idea is to let the energy be destroyed. If it doesn't suit you and serve you anymore, maybe it's that thought of the self-limiting beliefs. How do you talk to yourself? Maybe you say some things. I'll tell you what, in my community, I tell my Luna chicks, right? And Luna chicos, when you speak unfavorably of yourself, like, oh my God, these jeans look too fat on me. My face looks puffy. I need to lose 50. Redacted, redacted, redacted. The universe doesn't understand self-deprecating humor. So you'll do that release ceremony, right? And you say the following: I thank you for the lesson, but your contract is expired. I thank you for the lesson, but your contract is expired. We are not committed to old versions of ourselves. We are not committed to everything that hasn't gone right. We are committed to the future, and we live 2 feet down in the present, grounded in the energy of what's coming next. Okay, speaking of vision and anchoring what's coming next, 2026 vision anchoring. Okay, at 12:12 today, I encourage you. If you're in Eastern time, that's in about 7 minutes. If you're with us in Central, you've got an hour and 7 minutes. But at 12:12 today, turn off your phone. And I want you to sit in silence. Just listen. Just listen to yourself. Listen to the silence of the completion of the year. You're here. That's a miracle. The fact that you were created is a miracle. The fact that you get to have it tomorrow, hopefully, is a miracle. So just listen. What no longer serves and suits you has to go and be recycled. Okay. I'm going to do some actionable items by each sun sign. Now, a lot of intuitives work in the rising signs, but some of you don't know your rising sign. You don't know your chart. I highly encourage you, if you're trying to get in the right alignment, please always check us out at lunagoddess.org, right? Take a look, connect. Maybe you need help with your chart. Maybe you need help with a mindset. Maybe you just need help moving that energy. Please connect with us. All right. By sun signs, I'm going to discuss what the transit looks like for this 12-12 portal. As I mentioned, a couple things. You'll see I have green. Can't wear green with a green screen, but the jade for luck, for love, green and white are really good colors to be wearing today. Maybe if you went out and about and you don't have it on when you get home, put on some green, put on some white. Sit with the gratitude that you have in your heart for everything that you are and everything that you have. You want more in your life? It's not about the hustle. It's about the appreciation. Okay. So let's talk about this. We'll start with the sun sign of Aries. I'm going to go based on the astrological calendar. As you can see, there's one behind me, but I'm going to listen. So I'm going to have you kind of key in. Sometimes we only listen for our own sun signs, but listen, you may be married. I'm married to a Libra, so I pay attention. My kids are Aquarius. My other one is a Scorpio. Bless me. The other one is what is my son is a Virgo. So all of these energies circle around us. I'm not just listening to my own sun sign as a Capricorn. So I encourage you, think about the people in your life that may be in that sun sign. Now, these are general forecasts. So sometimes people take things very seriously. If it applies to you, have it apply to you. If it doesn't, pick it up and then drop it. Okay. One small change. So if you're in Aries, your sun is going to be in the 9th house, my loves. The shift, you've been running hard. My Aries, man, you run hard. Your change is to pause before you pivot. Pause before you pivot. One small change between now and January 1st, right? People all want to make resolutions on the 1st. Guess what? You don't have to wait to the 1st. You can do it today. Okay. One small change before the 1st, replace 1 hour of doing with 1 hour of learning. So my Aries, read a book, listen to a beautiful podcast. You're doing it already. Congratulations, Aries. Okay. Or journal instead of scrolling or working late. We all get kind of caught in the cycle of scrolling, but let's be intentional with what we're trying to learn, right? Your next big win comes from expanding your mind, not just your efforts, Aries. Okay. Importantly. So my Aries, pause before you pivot. If you are a Taurus, the sun is in your 8th house on this 12-12 portal. The theme, release and regeneration. The shift, look, you got to get rid of the wubby. And if you don't know what the wubby is, I just dated myself. You got to get rid of the security blanket. So this is actually suffocating you. So instead of protecting you, it's limiting you, Taurus. So what you need to think about is identifying one subscription, a reoccurring expense, an emotional obligation that is draining you. Cancel it. Cancel it. Okay. Just one. You don't have to go around, you're canceled, you're canceled, you're canceled. Pick one. Okay. Prove to yourself that you're safe enough to let go of what no longer provides value in your life. So again, if you are a Taurus, if you're a Taurus, release and regeneration. Find one thing. Find one thing that's draining you. Adios. It's canceled. Okay. If you're a Gemini, you are in the 7th house. The theme, you've been shifting, you're connecting and you're mirroring, right? Gemini is, we love to do this, right? You've been doing a lot of talking. Gemini, oh my gosh. My rising sign is in Gemini. It's no wonder I do a podcast, right? Now it's time to curate who you're talking to. One small change, reach out to one person. Okay. Who inspires the version of you. This is what I was talking about, the law of concordance. Who's that one person that inspires you? Who's that one person that you want to be like? Converse, mute the distance of yourself from the people that bring out your anxiety or stress. Audit your circle. right? It's 9-year, audit your circle.
Absolutely. And hey, Tara, thanks for joining us. As oh, I found you, so proud of you, so excited for all the good things coming for you, which
There you
is
go,
awesome.
terrible. Love you, love you.
And we got one more saying, hey, my hubs is Gemini.
Your hub's a Gemini. So have him make sure that he is circling around people that inspire him. Make sure that he is auditing his circle because men, even though he's a Gemini, he might not be a talker. So just constantly affirm him. One thing about working with men, generally, they want to feel appreciated. So if it's your husband, appreciate him. He comes home from work, don't nag him to take out the garbage. Just say, I just want to thank you for a hard day of work. That's not to say you didn't do a hard day of work. It's just how we need affection as women, men need appreciation, right? So just understanding that. That's wonderful. It's good to know that you can learn a little here. If you are Cancer, right? The theme is health and daily rhythm. Oh my goodness, your home is everything. Your hearth is everything when you're a Cancer. The shift, you often care for others at the expense of your own vessel. Listen, this is our body. You get one. Yes, you can do upgrades in a variety of different ways, right? I'm 1975 original parts, okay? 1975 original parts. But Cancers, listen, you can care for others, but you can't do it at your own expense. So, one small change and twist between the new year, change the first 15 minutes of your morning routine. I bet you a lot of money that y'all reach for your phone the first thing you do in the morning. Okay? Do not check your phone. Drink some water.
So I'm a Cancer.
You're a Cancer.
And I do reach for
I told you. Stretch, look at the sky. Give gratitude. Do you wake up and say, thank you, God, for today? You should. Okay. Reclaim the start of your day. If you win the morning, you stabilize your mood for the rest of the day. KJ, do you do that? Do you stabilize your morning?
I do.
Okay. So you give that gratitude. So on my phone, the first thing I do, there are about 15 affirmations. So I grab my phone, I'm not a Cancer, I'm a Capricorn. I grab my phone and I do those affirmations, right? I sit with myself and I think, thank you, God. Thank you, Creator. Thank you, Universe. Look, you put the thank you and then who you want to thank. Okay. A kind of weird thing as I go on to the Leos. I'm not with the Leos yet, but I want to just say this. Being intuitive is a gift that our Creator gave us. You can be spiritual and religious at the same time. Anyone that tells you differently is trying to limit your power.
Yeah, I got an app called Gratitude Plus. That's what I.
That's what you work with. Give gratitude. Honest to God, gratitude. Well, actually, the highest vibration is authenticity. Then it's gratitude and love. Being authentic. So you'll hear me, you'll be like, oh my God, she's a healer and she's using cuss words. Well, that's me. And if you know me in the real, you'll know I let it fly. I'm literally wearing a hat that says heal your shit. Okay. Heal that shit. Leo, if you are a Leo, back to our forecast. If you're a Leo, your sun is in the 5th house. Themes of joy and creative spark. The shift you can take is you've been taking yourself a little too serious. Oh my gosh, you Leos. Okay. I know we love the stage. Some Leos love the spotlight. Okay. You've lost your play. You've lost the joy. You've lost your curiosity just a little bit, Leos. So, one small change, do one creative thing purely for fun. Okay. Not for content, not for likes, not for monetization, right? Hard to say. I'm on a lot of social media platforms, but draw, dance, sculpt, cook a meal, play with bubbles, something in your senses, sensory pleasure that will remind your spirit that it's allowed to exist. Our spirits are pure, beautiful white light energy. They have to have fun, right? All right. If you're a Virgo, hi, Virgos, like my son, right? You are trying, your theme is foundations and inner peace. Don't we all want more peace in our lives? I know I do. You're shifting to organizing the world where you need to organize your sanctuary. Okay. You can't control the world out around you, but you can control your home. You can control your peace. You can control who you have in it. So one thing that you want to do, clean one corner, literally one corner of your home. Okay, you want the energy to move in your home that's cluttered. Maybe it's a drawer, maybe it's a pile of mail, maybe it's a closet door, maybe it's as you clean the physical space, you're cleansing the noise in your head. Okay. Look, y'all are letting stuff run rent free in your brains. It's not just the Leos, it's everybody. I'm just as guilty. Okay. Rumination of your past does not move you forward. You can make excuses or you can make progress, but you can't make both. Okay. So make sure your home is a recharging station, not a to-do list. You need to be able to come home and just go. Okay. If you are a Libra, like my amazing husband, Mr. Cinnamon, I love you, babe. Okay. The shift is communication and mindset. You're weighing too many options, and indecision is a decision. Oh, Lord. If you are married to a Libra, do not ask them where you want to go out to eat. Lord help us. They don't know. Thank God I'm a very decisive Capricorn, right? One small change, practice the 2-minute rule. If a decision or task takes less than 2 minutes, an email, a text, a choice of dinner, do it immediately. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that bitch. Let's go. Stop letting small mental tabs stay open. Close them now to save bandwidth for 2026.
Yeah, Tara says she's a cusp.
She's a cusp, right?
And she resonates with both. She says, I don't like the spotlight, LOL.
No, I know that.
And I'll be making a blanket for a special someone soon.
Oh, well, thank you. Because we know that this Luna Goddess is turning the big 5-0 2 weeks from Sunday. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited. I'll tell everybody my age. I'll scream it at the rooftops. If you are a Scorpio, like my beautiful daughter, the youngest, themes of value and resources. You're ready to upgrade your self-worth, which is directly tied to your net worth. Let me say that again. Your self-worth is equal to your net worth. The more that you have love for self, the more successful you'll be, which I know a lot of Scorpios like to be. One small change for you Scorpios. Check your bank account on the daily. Not with fear, but with gratitude. Even if it's $5, say, thank you for what I have. I'm ready for more. Shift your energy from protecting your resources to storing them. Okay. My Sagittarius, happy birthday. It's still your sign. Us Capricorn, we're ready to take it from you because Capricorns are special. We end the year and we start the year. But happy birthday, my Sagittarius, right? Themes of identity and rebirth. So it's not just your birthday or your solar return, it's your rebirth. The shift, happy birthday season. This is your solar return. The spotlight is on you, but you need to focus the beam. Look, do you want to be a prism or do you want to be a laser? Prism light shoots everywhere, right? It's gorgeous and glorious at times, but you want that laser beam energy going into 2026. Couple things for you. Pick one invitation that sounds really annoying. Aunt Bertha invites you over for, potluck and everybody's got to bring something. Say no. We love Aunt Bertha, but no. She's annoying. Okay. Say no to one invitation between now and January. Pick one. Just say no. You tend to overcommit because of FOMO, the fear of missing out. Okay. Not to say something good, but you make space for something great to land in January. So if you're exhausting your energy, overcommitting yourself during these holidays, I give you permission. Give yourself permission. Just say no. Say no. You don't want to go. Don't go. Don't disrupt your peace to be an approval sucker or a people pleaser. Okay. Now, my brothers and sister Capricorns, let's go, gods and goddesses of the Capricorn. Rest and closure. I don't know what rest is as a Capricorn. You are in the wintering phase before your birthday season begins. Stop pushing the boulder. I don't think I've ever stopped pushing the boulder. Okay. I do like this one small change. I do need to commit to sleeping 30 minutes earlier. My 12th house transit demands subconscious processing. Okay. You are doing your most important work in your sleep right now. Give your brain the downtime it's screaming for. AJ, I got to give myself the downtime it's screaming for. Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's tough to do, though.
It's so hard to do, especially when you're committed, as I am, as an alchemist, to serving my community, to serving the larger community, to helping people heal. How do you stop your brain from thinking about ways to influence and impact people? Tough one.
And it's tough because there's so many micro tears, right?
Trauma can be a micro tear. Yeah. Life can be a micro tear. It's death by 1,000 cuts. It's not just one big stab to the gut. Okay. Yeah. Aquarius, sun is in your 11th house, like my oldest daughter, right? Community and vision. You have big ideas for the future, but you can't build them alone. Listen, Rome wasn't built in a day, and it wasn't built by one man or woman, right? One small change, send one message of genuine appreciation to a collaborator, friend, or network contractor who has helped you this year. Just send Send your thanks, send your gratitude. Strengthen this bond now will create a powerful ally when you launch your new vision in 2026. Look, we don't step on people on the way up because you will definitely fall down the rungs. We appreciate the people we collaborate with. We appreciate the connections we make, and we give gratitude for the people that have been around us. And I give gratitude. I'm seeing a bunch of people that have come over here from TikTok. Thank you. It's good to see you. And the new friends, welcome. I'm Luna.
And Tara, wish your sister a happy birthday tomorrow.
Oh, your sister's birthday's tomorrow? Happy birthday. Happy birthday, terrible sister. Happy birthday. Okay. Last but not least, Pisces. Oh, you little fishies. Sun in the 10th house. Themes, career and legacy. The shift, you are visible right now. People are watching you, Pisces. Even if you feel like hiding. One small change. Update one public profile, LinkedIn, Instagram bio, website, even your resume. Ensure it reflects on who you are now, not the 2024 version of you. I don't even think I know KJ, do you know the 2024 version of you?
No.
No. I don't know that, Luna. That I couldn't even tell you what I was like. I know I had some really beautiful memories happen in 2024, but we're meant to upgrade ourselves, right? Own your authority, step into your professional light. You got to think about this right now. It's not like January 1st comes and we're like, oh, I'm going to be a new me. No, you build that. You build it with your daily actions. So when you get to the end of 2026, you can say, this is the growth that I've had. This is the new version of me. Now, do you delete all the core memories? Absolutely not, my loves. Absolutely not. Do you sit with that energy and say, oh, well, this is who I'm going to be. This is what I'm not going to be. No, you build from your core beliefs. You build from who you aspire to be. Okay. We're going to do a collective read, but I just want to take a minute. How did that resonate in the chats? Could you please, how did your individual sun sign, or maybe the sign of somebody that you had, how did that resonate with you? If you could just take it to the comments and just let me know, did it resonate with you? What's the one small change you're going to make as we step in to 2026?
Absolutely.
Right.
For me, it was funny. I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh, okay, it's a Cancer. I'm like, oh my God, I reach for my phone, right?
Right? You're like,
right?
Guilty.
And then I wrestled with myself here in the producer's booth because I'm like, yeah, but I pull up my gratitude app. Right. And so I'm such a routine person. I think you know me.
I do, yeah.
That breaking something or changing something is very difficult.
It is.
Or I come up with the excuse, I'll call it, to say, yeah, but I'm doing gratitude.
Right. So perfect example of what KJ says to me is what we see in the book called Atomic Habits. In this book, Atomic Habits, you do something before something else. So for me, for example, I love my coffee. So if there's a habit I really don't want to do, maybe it's getting on the Peloton, maybe it's getting on my vibrational plate. I love my vibrational plate, but maybe it's something I want to switch up. I will tell myself, before you can have that first sip of coffee, you have to do this habit. Right? Maybe it's 10 squats. Maybe it's just making a better commitment to my physicality, because spiritually sound, mentally sound, my body, that's where I need to put more work in, right? Because it's my vessel. This is supposed to be my holy vessel. So that's something I can do. I do see some stuff in the chat. What do we got going?
Yep. Tara says that from 2024 to now, I've definitely grown a lot in a short time. And I thank you for so much help.
Oh, honey, don't make the false lashes come up. But you did the work. Again, an alchemist is about inspiring and changing and transmuting the energy. So thank you for that. I do see a couple others.
And Tommy said that I missed mine, but I'll rewatch to grab it. So,
oh, fantastic. Yeah. We appreciate that. And please subscribe too, because day over day, we're going to be giving you those tips, tools, and tricks and strategies to go into 2026 and beyond with the best energetic alignment, right? So if I see the forecast, why not give you that little peek so that you can have maximum potential? All right.
Moon Kitty.
Hey, Moon Kitty. How are you, honey?
Says, yep, I'm a completely different person now. I'm stepping into my being seen fully era.
I think you should. I absolutely think you should. All right. We're going to This is a Koshi chime, right? We're going to do a group read. And then we're going to talk more a little bit about the portal. And just get to become friends. Thank you guys for obviously subscribing to the podcast. If you need more information, as always, you can search it out on our website, lunagoddess.org. But we're going to take a look at this transit here and get a better understanding. Now, let me explain what group collective reads mean. As always, you can have your own individual read, but a collective read means this is for the general population, right? So I want you to treat it like we're going grocery shopping. If you go to a grocery store, your list is different than my list. You don't take everything off the shelf and say, oh, but I'm gonna have this and this. You don't take every product, okay? You might like this and I like this. This resonates with me. That's not my favorite product. Maybe you shop the exterior of the grocery store, right? Maybe you like going down the aisle. Maybe you know exactly what you need to get. Same thing with a group read. We pick and choose what resonates with us. Not everything is going to be your product. Okay. Let's roll, my friends. Let's roll. Let's see what the spirit has for us as we do a collective read. Now, some people think, and I'm going to address this too, because I'm sure I see this sometimes, that tarot and oracle is evil. It is intuition. It is love. It is light. Everything we do comes from a place of my creator speaking through me directly to help and heal other people. So, being a person of faith and being a spiritual person, holding both inside of me, I know on the daily that everything I do is to better the lives of other people. I don't know how that could ever be unholy. Okay, so some people are like, oh, I grew up in the Catholic faith, right? But then I think I pray to saints and I pray to deities, and we have ceremonies and we do all these things, right? All of these things are grounded in our spiritualism and connecting ourself back to creator. So that's how I see it. And hopefully you'll see it with me that way. And as we work together, you'll start to understand that everything that we do here in Intuitive Innovations is about bettering your life and helping to inspire you, right? All right. I'm going to pull some of these cards. I'm starting with tarot, and then we're going to move into a couple different oracles, including numerology, including our spiritual animal, and then repair and evolution, right? Let's get started. I'm going to hold this up. I'll explain it. It might not be the easiest to see from this distance, but you'll get the gist. The 2 card is about prospecting, right? Y'all remember the game Oregon Trail? Like everybody wanted to move to Oregon, right? Right. But Mary got typhoid and then the family just lost the wheels on the wagon, right? But this is this idea that you need to go explore. You need to go see a new place. You need to go drive 45 minutes away and sit at a diner counter by yourself, cell phone, leave it in the freaking car, and talk to the people at the counter. Make friends, make memories. Do it like it's 1990 and we don't have Wi-Fi. Okay. So prospect, move along. Maybe it's taking a vacation if that's in your budget, in your boundaries, in your timeline. But it's definitely about exploring your new self. Some of us need to roar. We need to find our inner strength. And the strength doesn't come from the mind, it comes from your heart. So it's about being as gentle as the lamb, but knowing how to be ferocious like the lion or like the tiger or like whatever that animal is, your spiritual animal. It's leaning into that energy, right? And some of you maybe feel like you're running on fumes end of the year. And, maybe money might be tight. Remember how you speak about money? It's energy. It's currency. It's like anything else. It's like your time, talent, and treasure. It comes to you and it goes through you. Let it go and let it flow. Right? The moment you start talking about the problems you have is the moment you start building dams and walls for the energy to flow, whether that's peace, whether that's prosperity. So just please, if you're feeling like you're on fumes for strength, hold on. The year is going to get easier as we move into 2026 if you commit to making small micro changes to it. Why are you eating your lunch at your desk? This, you can actually see she's burning the candle at both ends. And I'm a Capricorn. I'm extremely guilty of this. I'm not going to judge you. I'm going to tell you, damn it, I know, because I do it. Okay. If I can work brings me pleasure. I try to find that balance between work and pleasure, right? Like that Two of Pentacles energy of like work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard. But trust me, work brings me satisfaction. Okay. And not because of the money, but because of the purpose. But if you find yourself in this Eight of Pentacles energy, it could mean one of two things. You're busting your ass, you're working too hard, take a break. Or it could mean maybe you're moving into something where you're going to be a neophyte. For over 20 years, I was a career educator. I was everything from a teacher all the way up into a district administrator. And I made a change. I made a change. That neophyte energy is something that sometimes catches us because we're an expert in one field and then we try something new. And then we're like, oh, I'm vulnerable. Vulnerability is key. Okay. I see some things in the chat. What do we got happening?
Let's see. Tommy says, I need to roar.
Let it out, baby. Roar.
And then Tara said, things have started getting so much better ever since I found you. A face, fuchsia, flower, shape. Does that make sense? Yeah. Did I read that right? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Honestly, sometimes you just need somebody in your corner, energetically, seeing the version of you that you haven't become yet. Because that's the one thing about being an intuitive. I can see you can become. And maybe you have such limiting beliefs. Again, remember, rent-free existence. Because somebody said something to you once and it just keeps going. Like a tape, like a CD. And it runs rent-free. But I look at you and I see your magnificence. I see what the creator had in store for you or the universe, right? So importantly, if you are struggling right now and you need a mindset hack, a 1 hour could really change your life, quite honestly. All right. So I'm going to put these to the side. I'm going to pick, because we're talking about repair, we're talking about growth, we're talking about the evolution of self. Right? Let's move into this. Oh, don't we all want to feel secure? We talk about that root chakra, the red root chakra, the base chakra, right? And it's about security and stability. And this, gosh, this doesn't kind of look like O'Hare.
It does.
I know, right? I saw it the first time I saw it. I was like, it reminds you of, I'm from Chicago. It looks like O'Hare Airport. Sorry if you ever transit through there, doesn't it? It looks like that United hub, I think, or American, but I see it. Money is energy. Oh gosh, didn't I not just say this? Sure. Money is energy, just like anything else. You want it to flow and not feel trapped. Trust that the universe will take care of you. Give off the energy of abundance and expectancy. That's where you guys might struggle a little bit. And every dollar you receive, know that you are supported and that money will flow. You probably don't expect it. Okay. When you order from any of the shopping apps, right? We all have that 2-day shipping energy. I want it now. I want it now. I want it now. Well, what do you want for yourself, for your life? You're like, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up. So how do you expect the universe to align with your mentality of you want it yesterday, but you don't even know what you ordered? There's a disconnect, right? There's a disconnect. So we have that abundant energy. We're going to pull a couple of these. So abundance and security, right? It's about feeling that stability. Feel free, please interact in the comments. We really want to be here to support you and your growth. To do that, as I give energy to you, you give energy to us with your comments. Your interaction, your following, the likes, follows, shares, and the subscribes are your way of saying you are energetically aligned with these beautiful messages. It's how you receive it. Actually, quite honestly, I would say I claim it now in the comments because action is attractive, right? Action is attractive. Claim it. I see we got some more coming in.
Of course, we get some good bot comments.
Good bot comments. Then we know we're doing something right. Because when the bots come out hating, that means we're making the messages because evil sends the bots.
That's right.
Evil always sends the bots, right? They want to suppress the light.
Yep.
We're not letting that happen. So bots, heal that shit. Okay, here we go. Oh, light it up, light it up. Passion ignited. Desire. Live with passion by stepping into what you feel your soul in your soul and give you joy. When you choose to make room for this in your life, the universe responds by creating opportunities that support your soul, purpose, and passion. What's your passion? What's your purpose? Where are you going? Okay. Do you think you just exist on this rotating planet? Just exist? You were created uniquely. There's no one ever going to be like you or anybody that was like you ever the fuck again. Sorry for the language, but deal with it. Okay. Here's what you got. You are the only person like you. And you're going to play it small? Why? Why? Why would you want to play life small? Why would you want to sit there and not feel this burning Phoenix style? Okay. Yeah. Shit's happened to you. Shit's happened to me. Shit's happened to KJ. Shit's happened to every single person that's ever breathed. And I'm not diminishing your drama, your trauma, your stress, your anxiety. I'm telling you, it doesn't control you anymore. It doesn't need to. It doesn't have to. You make that choice. You make that choice of what moves you. You get to choose. You get to choose. Okay, here we go. Romance, love redefined. And I'm going to say, before I even read this card, the first person you should love the most is yourself. We'll see what the card says. Cupid has entered your heart and has awakened you to love and romance, but this time on a different vibration. Why? Because you set that vibration, right? Having a newfound love for yourself. What did I say? Okay. And has created an opportunity for a new chapter with the possibility of cultivating healthy relationships. Let me speak to that one. Okay. Let me speak to that one. You set the bar. Now, being a recovered people pleaser and approval sucker, you set that bar. You will continue. Lock in with me now, and I will put all the money in the world on it. You will continue to see the same faces, places, and spaces until you love yourself enough to expect more. Until you love yourself to expect more.
Tara says you've helped me find that voice that I thought was lost. I'll never let that voice be silenced again. And Tommy says, "Oh man, I can't wait to tell you about the Irish man I have met."
There we go, Tammy. Is he Canadian?
Tammy. Sorry, Tammy.
Is he Canadian?
I've got old eyes.
That's what I want to know if he's Canadian. All right, let's pull some numerology. Love yourself. It's not about from an ego place. It's from an appreciation of what was created. So if you are somebody that is religious and you're like, oh no, I can't do that. Absolutely. Your creator said, love yourself and love your neighbor, right? Incredibly important that self-love gets to a different vibration.
But understand the position. Love yourself.
Right.
And your neighbor.
And the neighbor, right? Exactly. It's very important because we live in a society where judgment is cultivated frequently. So being able to say, I stand true to who I am, that I can recognize you have a diverse opinion than me. I respect your opinion. You respect my opinion. Okay. Well, we move it along. It's just that easy. It's just that easy. Okay. Let's take a look at some of the numerology for today. As we know, 1 and 2, 1 is about self, 2 is about feelings. So feel with yourself, be with yourself, right? We look at 154. I'll put it here and then I'll read it to you. It says personal journey. Valuable lessons have been learned. Are you going to apply them? Different story. Your angels are proud of you for your personal journey of self-truth and personal responsibility. This journey is a result of you choosing to learn valuable lessons from past mistakes. Write a list of what you have changed in your life since learning a valuable lesson. Remember that in every blessing, there's a curse. Every curse, there's a blessing. But in everything, there is a lesson. Everything gives you a lesson. Now, you can pick it up or you can leave it there, but you'll keep repeating the cycles. Next one, my loves. Inner strength, 153. Positive results are ahead. You have declined the right thing at the right time. Your angels are applauding this recent focus of self discipline. The toxic thing you say to produce positive results in the long run and by making these decisions. You are telling the universe you're worthy the effort it takes to live your best life tomorrow. Sit in gratitude. We talked about gratitude, right? We're going to sit in gratitude as you reflect on the goodness you've done for yourself when you said no to something that isn't for you. We talk about alignment, right? As an alchemist, I talk about alignment. Sitting with intuition, we talk about alignment. Not all of you will have the same opportunities or have had the same opportunities, nor should you have those same opportunities. It's about your inner strength and your personal journey. And it's interesting, there's a theme, right? Personal journey, inner strength. Now we come up with inner power. Y'all got to ignite it. Let's go. Unlock your potential. Your angels call upon you to think of something you are scared to do and consider doing it. It's time to have confidence in the part of yourself you feel are weak. There is supportive angelic energy on your side. Reflect on what you feel you can't get because of a lack of confidence in life. Asking for a raise, making a friendship closer, taking the new class. The time to go for it is now. I think sometimes the ego kicks in, right? It's just part of what we have to work through and have that ego death. But if you can't negotiate for yourself, if you can't be an advocate for yourself, how can you advocate for others? How can you be a beacon for others when your light is diminishing? So that inner power, that inner strength, that personal journey becomes so essential. And hopefully you start to see that these are divine messages. These are those intuitive innovations that are supposed to come help bring you to your own center. And that's why this podcast, that's why these messages are so helpful. We're going to keep on going, but it is tricky. I didn't say it was easy.
And the vision that I get is a boat dock.
Mhm.
I don't move or change, and I
Right.
haven't for years, let's say.
Mhm.
But the boats can, you know what I mean? So I'm
Right.
there to help people and
Right.
advocate for people. They got to come and dock to me. So as we're talking about that step or change, how do you? It's a
Well,
tough push,
let's
right?
talk about your analogy of the
Yeah.
boat dock. The dock gets tethered. And eventually, if it doesn't re-fertilize itself and strengthen itself, is it useful? As it's weathered by the tide, as it's weathered by changes, as it's weathered by the storms in our lives. If we don't come from that inner strength part, like I was an advocate as a teacher, I was an advocate as an administrator, but if I wasn't feeding myself, and there's a long time I didn't, that energy became stuck. It came stuck inside of me. And the strength I needed to come be a resource, to be a dock for other people to feel safe in a storm, that dock became weathered. So if you're not making the commitment to heal self, to revitalize yourself, you become almost useless to others. So that's definitely something as we work through that, right? We all want to serve. I would hope.
Yeah.
The people that come here are people of service, right? But sometimes we just feel hopeless and helpless, but you're neither of those things. That's why I say that inner strength is going to roar. All right, let's take a look at some of these. Let's take a look at our spirit animals in this reading today, my friends.
Absolutely. And hey, right over Luna's right shoulder, you're going to see that QR code. That'll take you right to lunagoddess.org.
That's
or
how you
org.
find it.
A lot
Yep.
of time people get upset when I say org. But there is everything that that she's talking about. You can get readings. You can she's here to help and guide. My recommendation, of course, is check it out. And there's a reason that you tuned in today, whatever the day may be. But if you can hit that QR code, trust me, that's a good start.
It's a great start. Being here, Spirit led you to
Mhm.
us, right? This is our inaugural podcast day,
That's right.
but this is 30. Well, gosh, I've been practicing for 30 years intuition. But these skills came on when I was 10. And that's a story I want to unpack with you guys. This is just the beginning of you getting to be connected to me and me connected to you. It's the beginning, it's the start. But I wanted not it to be about me and my journey. It's about you and your healing journey. That's the most important thing. I didn't want to start off being like, hi, I'm Luna Goss. Let me tell you, I got these amazing skills and abilities. It's about you. It's about us. It's about community. And community starts with collaboration. So if you notice, I came right in and it wasn't get to know me. You can get to know me, and I really hope you do, just as I hope to get to know you. And that takes your commitment of showing up here and me showing up for you on the daily. Let's take a look here, guys, at the Black Jaguar, the old soul. Oh my gosh, some of you, I know your energies. That's an old soul. Actually, my sweet friend Nico over there, old soul. Absolutely. You walk through life with confidence and grace. You have the power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can focus on what you want and not do it in a selfish way, right? You can create your own dreams. You can take a pen, pick it up, and start to write your story. You have main character energy. That might resonate with you. Tell me in the chat. We're going to look at 3 different animals. So I just want that interaction from you. Are you that black jaguar, the old soul? The other option, are you a Huron? Are you patient? Okay. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring your rewards. So now, okay, do I resonate more with the black jaguar? Do I resonate more with the Huron, the patient one? Or am I the sea otter? Otters are so cute. They mate for life. But the happiness, right? Be the master of playful living. We saw that in a lot of the transits earlier. Are we the master in our playful living? Do we release the expectation and enjoy every day? Maybe. Let worry go and instead choose love. Choose love. You can work in 2 systems, fear or love. Choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. So tell me, my loves, are you that old soul, black jaguar? Are you that patient Huron? Have you ever watched them? They're so majestic. They're just gorgeous. Or are you that the otter that is choosing love over fear? Do you want to work in that system of love, or do you want to work in that system of fear? Which one would you pick, KJ? What do you think? What do you resonate with?
So I'm not the old soul. Definitely not. I'm a lot of the otter, but the interesting thing is, right, like my backyard butts up to a red Huron sanctuary.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. That's something new I learned today.
So I'm like, and literally that's like my happy, that's my happy place. I can go outside and just sit out and be silent in my backyard, and there's nothing back there. There's herons back there a lot. But yeah. So I always lean on love, always. But I'm also that guy who I need my happy place is nature. If I go out and I can cut everything off and just sit, that's wonderful.
And ground and find yourself grounded, right? Yeah. Nature was made for us to have all of our resources to be able to connect, right? That is probably, I'd say, God's playground is nature, right? It's that spiritual connection. It's our religious connection. Interestingly enough, I look at all of these and I see and I resonate with them and I resemble them, but I want one more. I want one more because as much as I am an old soul, right? I've been here. I know I've had, so as you guys don't know me yet. So some of you do, some of you are coming over here. I'm a medium and I've actually been able to see my former lives. And I can't wait to tell you one of our podcasts coming up. I'll tell you about the time I went back to what it was like living in the 20s. Interesting. I had a whole experience and it impacted my life in this current version of myself. Very interesting. A little teaser there, but that we will talk about that on one of our episodes. But if you're not subscribed and you're not following along, you're going to miss out on some fabulous storytelling. Okay.
Yeah. Tammy says definitely the sea otter.
Right.
And then Tara says both patient and the sea otter.
There you go. Questing for happiness. I'm interested because I do have a spirit animal in mind for myself, and I'm wondering if it will because I was reading for you guys. I never stopped to say, well, what would be mine? What would be mine, right? Again, feeding myself. Is that selfish right now? I'm pulling a card for myself? No, it's self-care. Here comes the turtle. Oh gosh. Sea turtle protection. Goodness. I'm the master of finding life's flow. You tell me, as an intuitive, am I the master of finding life's flow? Hell yeah, I am. Be in harmony with the rhythm as your path unfolds. Follow the yellow brick road. Okay, let's do that, right? Preserve and you will succeed. You have everything you need to be protected and happy. Guess what? I just found my card. Do you have everything you need to be protected and happy? You bet. Well, what are we going to resonate with? What are we going to resonate with? So all together, we are old souls that want to be happy, patient, and protected. That's going back to that root chakra of safety and security. As we sit with that, right? As we sit with that. And I know that a lot of us feel that way, right? Now, I will call to action. Here's kind of a little bit of a call to action, loves. And I know there's some more chat coming up.
Yep. Moon Kitty says, yep, I'm a sea turtle.
Sea turtle, I know, right? Here's the thing. As we're kind of starting to wind down, right? We've looked at our transits for the 1212 portal. We've looked at that general read. Now, if this is something that you said, I resonate with that. That was beautiful. That was great to explore. As KJ said, come visit us at the website. Come click into the services that we offer, because that small amount of commitment of time that you give could be transformative for your life. And that's all I ask. That's all I ever want for people, is to live in their perfect alignment and harmony. That said, we're going into the holiday season, right? We are going into the holiday season. Let me encourage you. If it is not in your alignment to go somewhere or do something, if it is not in your alignment to participate with a joyful heart, and you begrudgingly have to attend an event, a party, a meal, participate in a secret Santa, or whatever your religious beliefs are, or however you participate in the holiday, if it's not done with a loving heart, don't do it. Don't do it. And you're going to say, but my mom will get, no. If it's not done with a loving heart, why would you ever do it? You're only doing it because you don't want somebody to criticize. And that's ego-based. So as we move forward into the holidays, I wish all of you the most beautiful, blessed holiday season, regardless of what you believe, what you align. It's about energy. It's about being in your energetic alignment, practicing faith and spiritualism in the same, and doing it with that open, loving heart. Because as I said before, there is that alignment of fear. Are you afraid what people are going to think of you if you don't show up? Are you afraid that you're missing something out? Or do you truly want to go there and have a beautiful celebration and be in the love and the light? I know for me personally, I'm choosing the love. I'm choosing to show up where I am wanted, where people love me, where that energy is connected. And I hope you'll do the same. I see a couple of comments coming in. I want to acknowledge you and say that you get to say no. You get to make that choice.
Tara says, one day at a time, but I'm getting there.
Right.
Tammy says, yes, I can. Such a better person since I've spent time with you.
Guys, y'all keep saying the same thing. My head's not going to fit out this door. But honest to goodness, Spirit brought me to all of you because it knew I had a gift and a message. And, when we talk about intuitive innovations, and as we lay out this series, there are going to be hidden gem messages. So you may listen to this again. You're watching us live. You may pick it up again on the 9 different streaming platforms and be surprised by that you listen again in a different mindset. You're going to get a new message. So every time you tune in, there's going to be almost like an Easter egg of a message, a hidden message for you. Wouldn't you say, KJ?
I love it.
Yeah. And it might not resonate right away. Remember, on the daily, your energy can shift in microseconds. And what might not be heard by your spiritual ears now, you re listen to this podcast a couple times, and then all of a sudden, it is a click. And you're like, oh my God, I didn't hear that. I'll give you one last example. I was 14 the first time I picked up The Pearl by John Steinbeck, and I thought it was the shittiest book I've ever read in my entire life. I said, nope, no way. This is terrible. Okay. And I said, no, this is just not for me. It was annoying. I didn't understand it. If you've never read it, it's about a family that is very poor. Their son gets stung by a scorpion and they need medical attention and they want to go to the doctor, but they can't afford it. The father finds a pearl in the ocean. That's the gist of it. I'd say 10 years later, I was 14 the first time I read it in high school, forced to read it, as most of us were, the classics. At 24, I had to teach the book. It was part of our curriculum. And no, I'm sorry, I wasn't 24. I was 34. It was sort of 20 years later. I'd had my kids, a couple of my kids ready, and I read it as a mom with a new perspective and a new vision. And it was then that I felt I could understand. So sometimes the versions of ourselves see things differently, right? I sobbed teaching that book. I sobbed teaching that book, and the students had a different experience because I could bring the perspective of a mother, right? That I didn't have at 14. So sometimes we get perspectives that change, right? I'll take it to the comments and then we'll just say a call to action. But anything else in the comments?
So Tara says, I believe everything happens for a reason, and people come into our lives for a reason, and the timing is because we need that person. So Spirit felt I needed you.
And I need you guys.
And then our good friend Moon Kitty says, that's what I was going to say also. Your frequency changes and different things will be heard or resonate.
Right. And sometimes our hearts are just not open for that message. The one thing I will say, keep bubbled up during the holidays, right? Think of yourself in a beautiful bubble. If you're an empath, we will talk about it in an episode of what it means to be an empath, right? An intuitive, a spiritual. Don't put up walls, put up bubbles. So the thing I will say as we are closing out this podcast, this is our first one. I'm grateful you were here. I give gratitude in my heart for everything, but most importantly, your time. Time is a resource that's not renewable. So I'm grateful for that. As we look ahead to the series that we have coming, the commitment that I have is I will bring my energy for you and to you to help impact your life. And when you change one thing, you change everything. Right? It's kind of that concept, the Japanese concept of ikigai. Make the change, be the change, right? So many beautiful holiday blessings. I'll kind of leave you out with the sounds of the koshi. Find the peace amidst the chaos and just keep tuning into your own innovations, your own intuitive innovations.